Hello everyone! You might have watched my previous video of this SpiderFarmer hydroponic system where I planted habanero pepper seeds, and I'm happy to say that the plant is doing fine and has even started fruiting. But the plant is no longer in the SpiderFarmer grower. I transferred it to a container with soil about a month ago. Why? Well, two main reasons. First, the plant was growing by leaps and bounds, and I was afraid it would be too much for this grower to handle. And you can see how large this plant is. Yes, I could have pruned it back and kept it in the hydroponic grower, I suppose. And that brings me to my second reason for transplanting this plant, and that is so that I could use the grower for quicker yielding plants like lettuce or radishes. In this video, I'll show you how I used the SpiderFarmer grower for radishes, and I wasn't sure how that would work out since the radish root needs space to grow, so this was an experiment of sorts. I've grown radishes hydroponically before using the Kratky method with excellent results, but those were in larger net cups and bigger containers, so I wasn't sure how they would grow in these smaller net pots. To find out, I planted 4 different varieties of radish to see if maybe some varieties will do better than others. The 4 varieties are French Breakfast, White Icicle, Crimson Giant, and Radish Champion seeds. Since there are 12 planting holes in this grower, I decided I would plant the 4 varieties in groups of 3. So starting with my favorite, French Breakfast, in the leftmost 3 holes, then these Crimson Giant radishes in these middle 3 holes on the left, and then in the 3 holes on the far right side, these White Icicles, and in the middle right 3 holes, I'll plant these Radish Champion seeds. You can see I've already filled the reservoir with water and nutrients, and I've already placed the net cups. I showed how to set this unit up in a previous video, so now I'll need to insert the grow sponges into the net cups and plant the seeds. Don't worry if the grow sponges look a little wimpy. They will fill out the net cups once they start to absorb some of the water. Next, I planted the seeds according to the plan, the larger and longer shaped radishes on the outside and the smaller ball-shaped radishes on the inside. And once all the seeds were planted and the humidity domes placed on each, now it's simply a waiting game. Here you can see all 12 pods I set up. I also set the lights to go on for 16 hours and off for 8. Although until the seeds germinate and put out leaves, there really is no need for light. Here it is just 2 days later, and some of the seeds have germinated already. This one is the White Icicle, and this one is the Crimson Giant, and this the French Breakfast. It looks like they have all germinated except for the Radish Champion. And now it's the next day and the Radish Champion finally germinated, and the rest of the radish seeds are starting to put out their first set of leaves. This is why I love to grow radish seeds as microgreens. They sprout very quickly and you've got delicious microgreens in a week or less. But these we are trying to grow out to maturity, so a little more patience is needed. But still, radishes are a quick crop, so you don't need to have that much patience. So at this point, I took off the humidity domes from the seeds that have leaves and left them on the seeds that still haven't quite caught up to their cousins. Here we are on day 5, and things are looking good for most of these seedlings. Although this one doesn't look too good. Not sure what's going on with that one. And here's another I'm not sure about. And another. These seeds were not that fresh, so that could definitely be why some of these are not doing well. They may have passed their prime. So now it's 2 days later, day 7, and you can see the nice growth on many of these seedlings. And if I were growing these as microgreens, they are pretty much ready for the salad bowl. But we are not growing these as microgreens, so let's play this out to the end. Some of these seedlings don't look so good, and I also have 2 seedlings that germinated in one of the pods. I must have dropped an extra seed in there, which is not a bad idea when you don't have fresh seeds, so I'm going to have to thin this out. And this seed doesn't look like it's going to germinate. Here you can see the control panel is set for 16 hours of light. So I have 3 pods that are not doing well, all of them in the middle row. Interesting. Okay, so I pulled out the sad-looking seedling from this pod, and I'm also thinning out this pod with one hand holding a camera, so it's kind of hard to do this with only one hand. Got it. And I ended up eating that one. It was good. Radish microgreens are one of my favorites. They really add a nice kick to salads. And now it's the next day, day 8. And you can see the row in the middle has only one seedling growing. This one I pulled out, so there's nothing in there. And this one doesn't look like it's doing much of anything. Oh well. And now it's the next day again, day 9, and I don't know if there is any hope for this one. Or this one. The rest of the seedlings, meanwhile, are starting to put out their true leaves, pushing past the microgreen stage and onto the next stage in life. Here it is, day 12, and I've pretty much given up on this one, and also this one, but the rest of the seedlings look to be maturing nicely. I probably should remove these seeds that haven't germinated, since they can be a source of contamination for the rest of the bunch. Now it's day 14, 2 weeks since I planted these seeds, and this one is still struggling to poke its head out of the pod, but I do see some leaves in there. Very strange. I'm going to leave it be and see what happens. And here we are on day 19, and you can see some of the radishes starting to form. This is really exciting. This one is the French breakfast, and so is this skinny looking one. I hope it fattens up a bit. The rest of these seem to be starting to form the radish root, and this one is still struggling to survive. And it's always fun to look at what's going on beneath the surface. Take a look at those beautiful roots. Now it's day 23, so a little more than 3 weeks since I planted these seeds, and here you can see the white icicle forming. But this stubborn one has still not decided on whether it wants to live or not, and this is also a white icicle starting to form. The French breakfast looks nice. I can't wait to eat those. But the other seedlings are producing very odd looking radishes, way too skinny. And here's another look at the roots. They look about the same as they did a couple of days ago. All right, it's day 26, and the white icicle looks about ready to eat. And the French breakfast also looks good. All right, now it's a week later, day 33, and on this side, there seems to be only one of the white icicles worthy of picking. In the middle, the radishes are sad looking. They should be rounder and meatier. This one back here is supposed to be a giant crimson, but it looks more like a French breakfast. I don't think I mixed up the seeds when I planted it, but it definitely has a French breakfasty shape to it. Don't you think? Now it's day 37, and I think I've let these go a little too long, so time to harvest and enjoy. And as I'm pulling this pod out, you can see how cramped the space is in these net pots. Probably not the ideal space for these radishes to grow out normally. It's time to enjoy the fruits of my labor. This one really looks closer to the French breakfast than the Crimson Giant, but it was still really good. I don't recommend using this grower for radishes. In general, the results were disappointing. Use bigger net cups like 3-inch net cups and set them up in a Kratky system, and you will be much happier with the results. Sounds like a future video I should make. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.